Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Super here and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. Now today I have a Q&A video for you guys, and let me tell you, I have a ton of questions, so I'm not going to waste that much time. I just want to ask if you guys do enjoy the Injustice 2 content. Make sure you guys leave a like rating on the video, it's always appreciated. So here we go. I have a ton of questions from before I made last week's Q&A, and I'm sure I'm gonna have even more now after making this one. So here we go. Alright, Boogeyman asks, if you didn't pre-order the Ultimate Edition for Injustice 2 but buy it later, will you have Darkseid unlocked? To unlock Darkseid before Injustice 2 comes out, or if you want to have Darkseid when Injustice 2 comes out, you have to pre-order Injustice 2 before the game comes out. So it could be like the day before the game comes out, you just have to pre-order him. That's how you're going to be able to get Darkseid on day one. You know, he's a pre-order bonus. So moving on here, Ron Dog asks, do you think that some premiere skins will be unlocked through the mobile game? That is a very good question, and we don't know that yet, but my answer is going to be yes, because there were plenty of costumes in Mortal Kombat X and in Injustice where you have to unlock it in the mobile game to unlock it in the actual game. Of course, there's going to be a ton of costumes and even characters that you're going to be able to unlock in the mobile device that will never make it into the Injustice 2 game. But as far as like some premiere skins, I'm sure you're going to be able to unlock some premiere skins, or have to unlock some premiere skins in the mobile device in order to actually play them in the Injustice game. Moving on here, YouTube Games asks, are you going to do a hero/villains guide when the game comes out? And YouTube Games, I 100% will be doing guides on the characters. The same way that I'm doing guides right now for Mortal Kombat X characters, I will be doing basic guides for Injustice 2 characters when the game comes out. One thing that I will say is that it's probably going to be very, very basic, because what's going to happen is, of course, the game is going to come out and the characters are going to be a specific way on day one, and eventually they're going to get changed, they're going to get nerfed, they're going to get buffed to the point where the tutorial that I make at the beginning of the game isn't even going to be useful anymore, because the characters are so different. So I'm definitely going to keep it at the most basic of character tutorials, because I know that things are going to change in the future once the game does come out, but I will definitely be doing character tutorials. Moving on here, Sonic Silk asks, do you think Watchmen characters have a good chance to be in Injustice 2 as DLC? Yes, I definitely do, Sonic. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that I think we will have 100% one Watchmen character make it into Injustice 2. I don't know which one. If it was up to me, you guys know I would choose Dr. Manhattan over pretty much any DLC character, including Spawn. Any DLC character, I don't care who you throw at me. You could give me Aaron Black, I will take Dr. Manhattan as a character for Injustice 2 over anybody. So if it was up to me, I want Dr. Manhattan, and I know a lot of people are going to say that he would be insanely overpowered because he's pretty much a god, and we have to keep in mind, guys, this is a fighting game. The characters are as powerful as the, people working on the game make them. So Dr. Manhattan, if he was in the game, he would be as strong as Paulo would make him. Who, if you guys don't know who Paulo is, he's pretty much the person who creates, or not creates, but decides the balance of the game, pretty much. And he's the one who balances the game out. So Dr. Manhattan or any, godlike characters are only as strong as their creators make them in a fighting game. Superman, incredibly strong, right? He's perfectly balanced as far as what you think balance is concerned. He does a lot of damage, but they could balance him out no matter what. So if it was up to me, Dr. Manhattan for sure, but I do definitely think there will be one Watchmen character at least. Next question here comes from Trackjack, and he asks, do you think the 3 skins will be exclusive for the Season Pass or Ultimate Edition? I got the Ultimate Edition just for the Professor Zoom / Reverse Flash skin. And Trackjack, I don't think that the Power Girl, John Stewart, and Reverse Flash costumes, premier skins, will be exclusive to only the Ultimate Edition and the Middle Edition. I forgot what it's called. I'm sorry. I forgot what the Middle Edition is called. The one that only brings Power Girl. I don't think those skins, those premier skins, will be exclusive to that. I think, you know, the reason they included them in there is for some extra content, because you are paying $100, but the majority of that $100 is for the 9 DLC characters. That's what you're paying the extra like $100 for. And the premier skins are just like add-ons, so you won't have to work as much as someone else who is buying the regular version of the game, who's going to have to unlock the, for example, Reverse Flash premier skin from the single player, or whatever version, or whatever, you know, the criteria is to unlock the premier skins. But they're definitely not going to be exclusive to the Ultimate Edition and the Middle Edition of the game. You will be able to unlock them no matter what. It's just the premier skins are included in the Ultimate Edition, the 3 of them, so you won't have to, you know, grind for these specific costumes, along with what you're paying for, which is mostly like the 9 DLC characters. So I hope that answers your question. Just to put it simply, you know, those are definitely not exclusive premier skins. You will be able to unlock them via whatever means, you know, you need to unlock them, either story mode, towers, whatever, single player, anyone will be able to unlock them. It's just they're included in the Ultimate Edition, so, you know, the guys paying extra money will have the DLC characters and a little bit bonus, a little bit extra with those 3 premier skins. Here we go. Next question comes from Kid Dynamite. Oh, I hope that is a Mike Tyson reference. Whenever I hear Kid Dynamite, Mike Tyson pops into my head, because Mike Tyson is my favorite boxer of all time. Just a little anecdote I thought I'd throw at you. Do you think, let's see, I lost my train of thought right there. Do you think you will get a ton of gear after finishing story mode? Yes, I definitely think that by the end of story mode, we will have a ton of fucking gear, because pretty much after every fight in the story mode, you're going to be able to get gear, just like if you were playing a regular fight. Maybe not every single fight, but the guys over at NetherRealm have already confirmed that, yes, you will be earning gear through the story mode. So definitely looking forward to that, and I know they're going to reward the player for a lot of gear, or with a lot of gear, as the story mode progresses. Next question here comes from Minecraft Dude, and he has, as you said it, let's see, as you said it, oh, okay, as you said, if you buy the Ultimate Edition, you get all downloadable content. Wouldn't premier skins count as downloadable content? My opinion is that if you buy the Ultimate Edition, you get any downloadable content and premier skins, not only Power Girl, Jon Stewart, and Reverse Flash. I mean, you are paying $100 for the Ultimate Edition. So yeah, what's your opinion? So to answer this, what the Ultimate Edition really offers, like the whole bundle and the whole like wanting you to pay this extra money, is so you won't have to pay extra for those 9 specific DLC characters. That's what you're paying for when you buy the Ultimate Edition. It's pretty much like getting a season pass, but the premier skins are not included in that. The only 3 are Power Girl, Reverse Flash, and Jon Stewart. Any other premier skins, you're gonna have to unlock them just like everybody else. Either unlock them or buy them with source crystals, just like everybody else, because, you know, the main thing you're paying for whenever you get special editions of, you know, Injustice 2 is the extra DLC characters, because the DLC characters will be sold separately by themselves, and they will end up costing a lot more money if you buy all 9 of them when the full game is already out, than if you just buy like the season pass all in one bundle. So the $100 that you're paying for, that I'm paying for the Ultimate Edition, it's, you know, a huge chunk of that is to get the 9 DLC characters without having to buy them individually, and to get them at a cheaper cost because you're buying all 9 of them at once, buying the season pass. But as far as premier skins, I definitely don't think that just because you spend the $100, you should be able to get like literally everything in the game. At least for me, it takes the fun out of unlocking stuff. But I do understand where you're coming from. If you are paying a lot of money, you definitely want a huge bang for your buck, but that comes in the, you know, in the feature of those extra 3 premier skins that you get, the extra 2 shaders, and of course the, main thing of the Ultimate Edition, which is getting all 9 DLC characters without having to pay extra. So I hope that answered your question. I definitely don't think that, if you buy the Ultimate Edition, you're going to get any other special perks other than the perks that are already promoted. So moving on here, Go Packers asks, out of all new characters, which one do you think you'll have the most which one do you think will have the most significant impact in the story mode? It's already been confirmed that pretty much like the most significant character, or at least one of the huge characters, obviously Batman, Superman, these characters are going to be really important, like probably the biggest characters in the game, right? But other than Batman, Superman, Supergirl has already been confirmed to be a really, really important character in the Injustice 2 story. So definitely looking forward to that. Moving on, Dawn asks, do you think the gear will completely alter character super moves? Yes, there are some pieces of gear or abilities that change the way a character's super works, like either the way it starts up, something like that. So I'll give you an example. Superman, for one of his abilities, has a alteration to a super move in which it becomes unblockable. Like he comes from the sky instead of going forward, and you cannot block his super move. So that is like the max that gear or abilities are going to change super moves. It's definitely not going to change super moves as far as like having a completely brand new super with like different animations. That's not going to happen. But having, the startup or the way your super works, like before it goes into the animation, yeah, that's definitely going to be a thing in Injustice 2. It's going to, there's some abilities that are going to change character supers like that. Moving on here, Cinema Extreme asks, do you use a controller or joystick? I use the Xbox One controller on both PS4 and Xbox One. I feel the controller works a lot better for me personally, and I use the directional buttons on that controller. Or whenever I do use a PS4, I use the directional buttons. There's no reason you should ever use the little joysticks on the controller, because it gives you no control whatsoever. But using a fight stick is definitely something you can do for sure. Last question here comes from Mike, and he asks, do you think they will bring back Star Labs missions, and do you think there could be DLC maps? And I think I answered this one during the last Q&A. It slipped in here somehow, but I will answer it again. Yes, I definitely think that Star Labs missions will return in a bigger and better way, and I think that there will be at least one DLC map. So that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.